Everything from clothing to household items are getting more expensive each day. American Giant is about keeping things simple and close to home. They aren't affected by tariffs because their products never leave the U.S. Support American-made, tariff-free clothing with American Giant. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com. That's 20% off when you use code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey, Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Tell you what day it is. It's back to school day. It's back to school day. So we thought we would, I thought I would quiz you guys. Right now the score is 5 wins for Steph, 3 wins for Pooj, and 2 ties. So it's pretty close.
Okay. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Like, now I am nervous, as if it is my first day of school.
I just got back to work, and now I get a pop quiz.
That's
Nobody
why it's
didn't
a
sign
pop
up for
quiz.
this.
Yeah, Pooj, she's exposed. She's been off for a week. You should win this. You should be sharp.
I haven't slept.
Or maybe I'm refreshed.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, no.
I doubt
Doing
it.
the rope-a-dope.
Don't be scared, bitch.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
First question is to Pooj. This is all back to school themed.
Okay.
Statistically, what fruit is most often packed in school lunches?
Apples.
That is correct. Pooj is on the board. Steph, to you. How many sides, does a stop sign have?
6?
For the steal.
8.
What? There's that many?
Pooj is out.
That's a lot of sides.
Okay, Pooj is off to a hell of a start.
It's an octagon?
Pooj, it's an octagon. Back to you, Pooj, for a commanding 3-0 lead. What's the first, I know you're going to get this. What's the first instrument most kids learn at school?
The recorder.
You always talk about
Hot
it.
cross
I
buns.
knew you were going to make a hot cross buns reference.
Boop, boop,
You talk about this like once a day.
Recorders are the
Steph,
best.
back to you.
Sorry.
Okay, no.
What school supply is lost the fastest?
Pencils?
That is correct.
Wow, yay.
Whoa.
Steph's on the board.
Do they still use pencils?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pooj, back to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take too much time on this. What 2 letters sit in the middle of the alphabet?
I don't know. I have to actually count.
Quick, hurry up.
M and N.
She got it.
Oh, wow.
Yo, Pooj,
She
what'd
just
you have for
named out an
breakfast
artist.
today?
Wow.
She's like Eminem.
Let's go back to the tape.
Wow.
Okay, Steph. Which Canadian province has the shortest summer break? I actually didn't know this.
Quebec?
Well done. Okay, 4-2. Pooj, back to you. What subject do kids say is their favorite in elementary school?
In elementary school, art.
Steph for the steal?
Their favorite subject?
Yeah.
Gym.
Okay, things just got
Wow.
real interesting
Wow.
because Steph stole. If Steph gets this last question, we're actually tied 4-all, and we have to go to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
No pressure, Steph.
Okay.
Pooch, you're like the Leafs. You had a 3-0 lead here. What is the most traded lunch item?
Sandwich.
Like the most popular one. Sorry?
To switch is a sandwich. Really?
Pooch, you've already won. Do you want to try and really put a hammer on it? Steal this?
I don't know the answer, but I'm going to go with like a snack of some sort.
You got to be more
Pick one.
specific.
Like chips.
The correct answer is cookie.
Oh, really?
Cookies.
Yeah.
That makes I never got cookies. So
Final score. That was a very entertaining game. Final score: Pooja 4, Steph 3. Oh, we got a nail biter.
But I'm still winning.
You're still winning. Oh, the smack talk.
It does matter.
It
to her.
does matter.
It does matter.
Back to school.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school.
Yes.
It never gets old.
I don't know if that makes me want to go back to school or just watch Billy Madison again.
Well, it is back to school day. And, this is one of those days where the kids are excited, the parents are excited,
Aren't the
everybody's
kids
happy.
excited?
They are. Yeah, they're going to go see their friends again. You get to see who's in your class.
Okay.
This is all very exciting.
Is this how you sold it to Sia and Bodie?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Trying my best. Yeah. I keep reminding them every day that it's back to school. And
Holidays are over.
the holidays are over. Yeah. So when you were a kid, do you remember the thing that you were most looking forward to? Do you remember the overall feeling? Were you one of those kids who was sick to their stomach about going to school, or were you excited?
I think if it was a year where I was changing schools, I was pretty nervous about it. Like the first year in a new school, I'm like, I don't know anybody.
Yep.
One of the schools I wore a uniform for 6 years. I was like, I don't even get to do the fun back to school clothing shopping. My brother would get all these cool new clothes. I'd get a new sweater vest and a tie and a blazer. I'm like, this sucks.
It's so neatly pressed.
Yeah. That's about it. But once I had some friends, I was less worried about it and more excited to go back and have recess and play hockey outside and all the stuff. What about you?
I was always worried about the teacher, right? Because a teacher can make or break
big
your
time.
year, right? If you get along with the teacher, if the teacher's inspiring, if there's a teacher that you really like, which most of them they are, that's really going to be the difference maker. I know the difference between grade 6 for me and grade 8. It was a completely different experience. But for me, I would get nervous about really dumb things like my locker.
That sounds consistent.
Yeah, the locker and the code and what if I don't remember it and what if I can't get into my locker? For some reason, this would cause panic.
What's your locker code from elementary school? Go.
I don't remember.
Come on, you don't remember?
You remember?
12:54:41.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know if I know the sequence. You're supposed to go clockwise one way and then
counterclockwise and then twice clockwise for the last one.
Yeah, maybe it would just be muscle memory. I'm not sure, but those things would worry me.
You're not Jack Bauer. There's no time limit. It's not like something bad's going to happen if you don't get it quickly.
And then it would be okay, gym class was always oh no, gym class. That was always a fear of mine as well. Because one, I'm not very good at sports, but then the change room situation, then changing in front of other girls. It was always awkward.
And we already know how you feel about recess.
Yeah, and then recess.
Your whole experience.
I have to go outside.
Your whole experience sounds stressful. I can't imagine dealing with this every day if this is how I felt.
I was one of those kids who I really didn't like school up until grade 4 or 5. I had a great teacher, and then I started to really enjoy it.
Okay, that's good. Yes, and then you really hit your stride.
Yeah, and then, you see what I'm like now. It all paid off.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
from 98.1 CHFI.
You love New York City?
I love New York, yes.
I love New York City.
Who doesn't love New York? There's so much to do.
I mean, it's not for everyone. It can be overwhelming.
It can be.
If you're a walker, it's great. I'm a walker, and I just love exploring New York City on foot.
And everyone is a walker there. They all just have another pair of shoes in their bag.
Yeah.
They're just used to it.
Except they're not a walker. They're a walker.
They're walker,
I'm
water.
a walker. I was
They go to
lucky
the
enough.
mall.
They go to the mall. They go to the mall. I was lucky enough to be in New York for 20 hours, Friday to Saturday. I went there to go see the Michael Jackson musical.
Oh, wow.
Which was fantastic.
And
Highly
you're a
recommend
huge
it.
MJ fan.
Huge MJ fan. It's coming to Toronto soon. You got to check it out. Here's the thing, though. I fly from the Island Airport because I love flying from there. It's just super convenient, right? This felt like I was flying to Europe because of flight delays in terms of how long I was sitting around. So, interesting story. So we're supposed to take off, and we get on the plane, and it's a smaller plane, right? So there's 50 people on the plane, and they announce because of weight issues, we need 3 people to volunteer to get off the plane. And everyone's just kind of looking at each other like, I don't want to go.
You're apologizing for the big meal you had the night before.
Like, sorry guys, can't do it. And they're like, look, if we don't have 3 people off the plane in the next 10 minutes, we can't take off because of air show practice. This was Friday. The air show.
No.
So now a couple gets
I
up.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. A couple gets up and they leave and people start clapping. Yeah. They're like, great. We still need one more person. 5 more minutes passes. Another couple. They were offering travel vouchers, by the way.
Okay.
Your flight was going to be 5 hours later. Another couple gets up. Hey, okay. We got 4 people off the plane. 1 extra. And they close the doors and they go, we've missed our window to take off.
No.
We've got to wait 90 minutes. So everyone had to deboard the plane, wait in the thing, finally get back on the plane. And I'm leaving. Now it's like 4:30 p.m. The curtain for this play, Michael Jackson, is 7 p.m.
Oh, no.
In New York.
Oh, no.
So I'm going, am I even going to make this show?
And the only reason you're going is for the show.
It's for this show. Otherwise, I would have volunteered to get off the plane and take the travel credit. So I had to, I'm like, I can't go to my hotel. So basically, I had to take the train. We landed in Newark. So I had to take the 1 hour train into from Jersey into New York, then the subway, and then walk. I go to the musical with my luggage.
No.
They're looking at me like, who brings luggage to a Michael Jackson show?
You're sitting there with like your pillow around your neck while you're watching MJ. You're like,
That was exactly me. Anyway, the show was fantastic. I made it 4 minutes to curtain. It was great. And then on the Saturday, I had a little bit of time in the morning. I used Chat-GPT to plan out my Saturday.
What? Like for somebody to talk to while you were out and about?
Yes, I made some robot friends. It was wonderful. I told ChatGPT I have 3 hours. I'm a walker. I would love to do the High Line. I would love to do Central Park. I want the best acai bowl and flat white in New York.
Come on.
And I'm like, let me just be in the hands of AI and see how it works. Let's see if it lets me down. It did not disappoint.
Oh, good.
I had a killer acai bowl.
You didn't end up like in a shady part of town where they were like, let me take your hubcaps. And you're like, I'm not driving.
Why do people steal hubcaps in 80s movies?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
Were they worth something?
The moral of the story is embrace the future, but also flight delays. Those will always be a thing.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
the Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
Here are 2 stories you need to know. And what do you got, Gurdeep?
Dua Lipa, she's so attractive.
Why
I can
can't
barely
you
say her name. I don't know. She's too pretty.
You want to call her Dua Lipa?
I was like, lula, loo, hamana. There's birds flying around my head.
You're so pretty.
Dua Lipa played her first of 2 Toronto shows last night at Scotiabank Arena. It looked like a great time.
That would have been a great concert
Wouldn't
to
it
go
have?
to.
Well, you've got another chance. She's playing tonight if you want to see her. But she played all the hits. Lots of lasers, pyrotechnics, confetti. This was really cool, though. I learned something watching clips. She also talked to the crowd quite a bit and revealed her Canadian inspiration for getting into pop music.
Huh?
Yeah, have a listen.
I guess my first introduction to Canada was through one specific pop artist that I love very, very much. When I was 5 years old, I got this Nelly Furtado CD. I felt like I was reciting it non-stop every day, and I loved it. And I love her very much. And every night on tour, I've been singing a different song every night by a local artist. And I thought that tonight would be extra fitting if I did one of my favorite Nelly Furtado songs.
Okay.
Dua Lipa doing Nelly Furtado. How good's that?
That was her inspiration. Good to know. Okay.
What do you
Taylor
got?
Swift, Travis Kelce, we know they announced their engagement last week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're in talks with Netflix, who may be doing a documentary on their love story. Apparently, it's Netflix who's the driving force here. They're trying to court the couple.
Can you imagine how much the bidding wars would be between the streamers to get that?
To get that? I mean, they want to obviously document their whole love journey and then all leading up to the wedding. We know the wedding's going to be huge, so you want to be the one who brings it to the people, and it's going to be big dollars, of course. But, you know, Taylor Swift, no stranger to Netflix. Remember, in 2020, she had her documentary, Miss Americana.
It was a good one.
It was a good one. So she knows the power of Netflix, not to mention with Disney Plus. She raked in with her Eras tour that she
also amazing
put on there.
Watch, yeah.
$261 million worldwide. So she knows that this is lucrative. This could be something. She's a businesswoman and she's very good at it.
Do you think she's going to take meetings at like Apple and Amazon
Of
and like
course.
take all the meetings and just let it be a bidding war?
Be like, who wants the rights to my life? Also, we know with Netflix, when it comes to Travis Kelce, he just did Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix. So maybe there's a relationship there. He's kind of new to that world. And then, of course, Netflix already has the blueprint in place with Meghan and Harry, you know, that they signed on for a bunch of things. She's already started season 2 of her show with Love. So, I mean, it's possible that it will end up on Netflix, but no surprise that this is going to continue with them making more money.
Do you think when they take the meetings, she's like, okay, Travis, you can come. Just don't say anything. Just be quiet. Let me do the talking.
I got this.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
In my hands, I have a time capsule.
Oh,
You hear that? This is the ruffling of the report cards of one Pooja Honda.
Oh, dear.
One Pooja C. Honda.
Why did I hand
just
these over?
made up that middle initial.
What's my
I don't
middle
know.
name?
I don't know. I just wanted to make it formal. Okay.
Clarice.
These are amazing. I haven't held a report card in forever, and these honestly are like a relic. This is beautiful. So I've got 3 of your report cards. I'm going to start with, we'll go chronologically. This is from Silver Creek Public School. I want to take you back to March 1985.
Oh, my.
When you were just 20.
I was 6 years
So
old.
you were 6.
Yes.
This is grade 2. Do you remember Miss Beatty?
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Miss Beatty left halfway through, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
That had something to do with you, apparently.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to read you some of the report card, okay?
Okay.
All right. By the way, pretty good like grades and stuff like that.
You seem surprised.
Pooja, no, not at all. You're a smarty. Pooja has increased her circle of friends this term.
Ooh.
Her oral language development is improving as she frequently visits the drama and puppet centers.
What? That seems so out of character.
There's a puppet center? I want to go to your school. This is magical.
I don't even remember the puppet center, but of course I loved it. Of course I loved it. Who needs friends when you can play with puppets?
Oh, man.
And they don't ask you for hugs.
So this started early for you because you wound up like studying drama.
I did, yeah.
So you started carving this out in grade 2?
I guess so. It's their fault for putting a puppet center at my school.
It goes on to say that you've learned several initial consonant sounds and you appear interested in words and their meaning. Does that mean you were just speaking in vowels before, like Tony Danza? And you were like, hey, oh, hey. And then you learned some consonants to surround
A-E-I-O-U.
Which also
and
helped with
sometimes
this career.
Yes, yes. Guys, the puppets didn't judge me. Unlike my real friends. I'm starting to regret handing over my report cards from elementary school to you. I didn't read them in advance. I gave you like grades 1 through I think 8. So what do you got in front of you now?
So we pulled 3 report cards. We read one, and I'm still wiping away the tears. I want to take you back to 1987. Mrs. Mansoutis. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, Miss Mansuetti.
Mansuetti, sorry. Okay, so this is when you were, what grade would this have been then?
Grade 3.
Grade 3. Okay, so this is grade 3. So I'm going to read you some of the report card. The topics you studied, it says topics studied. Bears, Thanksgiving, Halloween, recreation.
I mean, that's pretty much my repertoire. Ask me anything outside of that, I got nothing.
About bears? What a great school. Okay, all right. So I'm going to read from the top here of this report card. Pooja is a quiet, cooperative student.
Quiet?
That doesn't track.
Okay.
She's working on the expected grade 3 level in all of the areas of the program. Pooja's encouraged to complete her assignments. However, she is easily distracted and needs reminders to complete and hand in finished work. Wow.
I mean, that tracks.
Easily distracted?
This show, my life.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, I was always sort of in my, imagination. I was always like, in another world.
Looking at butterflies. That's what you do
Yes,
here. I'm
that's
Pooja.
right.
I'm like, Pooja, hello.
There's times when we're on air, the red light's on, and I'm like, hi, time to talk.
I'm like, I need milk.
No, I will say, like, the grades are all good. She goes on, Mrs. Mansuetti goes on to mostly leave you a glowing review, but then it finishes with, theme work was satisfactory.
Oh.
That was the last line of your report card. What's theme work, and why was it just satisfactory?
It's probably about the bears. I didn't learn enough about them. It was just satisfactory.
We are digging into the archives of Pooja Honda's report cards. We went through a couple of years already. This is actually the second term of your grade 3. You're still with Mrs. Mansuetti here.
Okay.
So this is sort of looking at what you learned going into the rest of that year. So the topics covered in the second term were the Olympics and plants. That's what you did in grade 3.
It's an exciting year.
So these are the comments to your report. And by the way, this is like handwritten. This is handwritten out. It's a cool relic here. So Pooja has exhibited a conscientious effort in completing her assignments. However,
why is there always a however, Mrs. Mansuetti?
However, more effort is still required as she often requires reminders to work quietly on her own. See, this part isn't consistent because now you don't like working with other people. You're like doing your own thing. You're
No,
like,
I probably was talking to them because
you
I
would
like
have had
talking.
to make small talk.
I know, but at that age, everything's small
You would
talk.
have been like, hey, nice tie.
Yeah, I like puppets.
Want to hang out in the puppet center? Meet me in the puppet center.
I know my vowels.
Oh, man. The rest is pretty good. You have a good understanding of mathematical concepts.
I do.
Allegedly. Some of you've really changed.
What happened? Was I good at science too?
Her comprehension is good. Story writing skills continue to improve, and her ideas are presented in a logical sequence. Again, what happened?
I'm logical?
Yeah.
I'm a child?
Did
What
you learn more
happened?
consonants? Is that in there?
Yeah, this is the rest of it's
Is there,
pretty good.
Is there gym class there?
There's no mention of gym class.
Okay.
It does say Pooja refuses to go outside for recess.
It doesn't
and
say that.
Continues to volunteer to clean the chalkboard, even though
Okay,
it's perfectly clean.
That may be true, but it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that. No, it doesn't say that part.
You know what? I got to say, in doing this, we got to get our hands on your report card because how is this fair?
Okay, so I've texted my mom, and she's trying to find them. I don't know what happened in the move. I don't know where they went, but yes, I'll try to get those in for tomorrow.
I can already predict, Gurdeep wears his hat backwards. He really needs to take it off. For some reason, he's cursing all the time, and he makes everything a trivia game.
He's answering trivia questions that nobody's asking.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Okay, I need some relationship advice.
From me?
Well, from you, from anyone who's listening to
Okay.
weigh in
Okay.
on what I should do. And look, I know that there are much bigger problems in the world. I'm not trying to say this is like the thing that's going to, cause a fight between my husband and I, but it's enough that it's irritating me. And I don't know if I should just let it go or if I should bring it up so that it doesn't happen
Okay.
again.
Let me get my popcorn and my
Okay.
soda. Hold on. Yeah, okay.
So I normally come up with the grocery list for my husband, and then he goes and he gets the groceries. That's our relationship. That's the dynamic. That's the division of labor. So I gave him a list, and he went.
Sorry, how does the list work? Is it a shared on iPhone, or
I
you text him? You text
I text him a list.
Okay.
So I was texting him, and part of texting was I sent him the list, and then he sent me a text back about something, another subject. I responded to that, and then I continued with the list in a separate text. So it's like a disjointed list.
So you texted him the list, then you guys broke off into another text conversation, and then you said, "Oh, these items as well."
Yes, it was like maybe one or two texts, like nothing crazy. But he didn't see the extra stuff that I added.
The
after.
addendum.
Yes, he didn't see it, which is completely understandable. So he ended up getting the stuff on the list that I sent him originally, but there was stuff that was missing.
Okay.
So when I noticed the stuff was missing, he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see it, past our other text." I said, "That's fine. Can you get those today?" And he was like, "Yeah, no problem." And I said, "And while you're at it, can you grab some orange juice as well?"
Was this in person or over text?
In person.
In person, you added more items to the addendum verbally.
Yes. I said, "Can you add the orange juice to the list?" He's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, "Oh, and we need paper towels too." And he's like, "Oh, okay, no problem." Now, several hours later, he's going out to the grocery store. He's like, "So you're going to send me a list?" Am I going to send you a list? Hold on. I already sent you a list, and it's right there. Check your text. It's right there. The stuff that you forgot, that's already there. I don't need to write that again. Plus, I told you to add some things this morning, and you said no problem. So you have a list. Why do I need to add to the list? And here's the thing. My memory's so bad, I didn't even remember. I didn't remember the orange juice. I didn't remember the paper towels. He was taking care of it. So I stopped thinking about it. He's like, "Okay, don't send me a list then. I'll just see what I show up with then." I'm like, no, you have a list. I already sent you a list.
Okay.
Why do I need to send you a new list?
This is like relationship court. So the addendum that wasn't grabbed on the first time, that's fine. I understand both your points of view there. I get why he missed that.
Same.
But then he's going back to get that. That is on the list. That's the list you send him. That's the addendum. So that's on his text. He just has to scroll up.
Has to scroll.
However, the other items you told him verbally, he expects you to text those to him.
But why? Why? I told him, and he said he would take care of it. And then I forgot about it.
Okay, so at the very start of this segment, you said the division of labor in the household is Paul picks up the groceries, you send him the list of the groceries.
But I
That's
already sent the list.
You didn't. You told him verbally. So all he is obligated to get, based
come
on your
on.
arrangement, is
come
what's in
on.
the addendum. It's on you to be like, "Oh, we need orange juice and paper towels. Let me text that to you right now. This is going to be a separate text, but get everything I'm texting you." That's on you. I side with Paul.
No,
Yes.
It's like, you know how many things I'm thinking
Absolutely.
about? I have so many things on my mind.
So does Paul. He's a lawyer.
Let him when you say you're going to take care of it,
You already
Take care
have,
of it.
You already have the easier part of the job. You don't have to go to the grocery store. Your part is
Oh
just
my
to
God.
text him the list.
You sound like him.
Text him the list, man.
You sound like him. So I guess that means I got to let this go?
No, you got to text him the list. If you want him to get something from the grocery store, it has to be written down. If it's not written, it's like if you don't add something to your calendar.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't count. It didn't happen. If it's not on Instagram, it doesn't.
I told him verbally, like he can't just take care of the list from there.
No, then that's like him
Oh
being
my
like,
gosh.
oh, in theory, I'm going to go get the groceries because you've told me verbally.
Please, somebody call us.
Send the list. Okay, what do you think about this? Let's go to Jim in Scarborough.
Text him the list.
Text him the list, right?
Of course, Jim agrees.
I think Pooja kind of painted herself in a corner because she said right off the top, my job is to send him the list. His job is to get the stuff. And you failed to send him the list.
I already sent him a list, Jim.
No, you gave him the list verbally. If I remember correctly, Paul is a lawyer.
Yes.
Yep.
He's got a lot on his mind.
Okay.
So he's going to forget things as well. So it's always best to send the list. I do it myself. I'll go to Home Depot, get home, and go, dang, I didn't put that on the list. And I got to go back and get it because I need it. So always a list.
Okay, Jim.
We're with you, Jim. Thanks for the call.
Have a great day.
Take
You
care.
too.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, Jim? Well, Simran wrote us from Mississauga saying, I'm with Pooja on this one. I do the Costco shopping for my mom. Since I live on my own, she'll text me what she needs. And because she calls me daily, at times she will add to the list verbally. At this point, it's on me to either say, text it to me, or I'll say, okay, I got it. We'll add it to the list, or we'll get to it. So, in fairness, because he said I got it, I forgot about it. I left it. I thought the task is done. It's out of my hands. It's on him now. That's what Simran's saying, and I agree with her.
Of course you agree with her because she's agreeing with you. It's like Inception. Okay, well, how about this text? And there's lots of texts coming in at 981-981. Sorry, Pooja, if your ultimate goal is to ensure that all items are purchased, then understand that Paul may remember the verbal list, but will ensure the written list is covered, just the way the human mind works. If you want to be sure, text the list,
In all caps.
Yeah. Joey and Carlisle, what are your thoughts?
I agree with her.
You agree with
You do, Joey?
Pooja, this is how I know you're wrong, because you're so shocked someone agrees with you.
I'm just shocked that, Joey, you're a man and you agree with me.
No, I honestly agree with you. You sent him the list. There was only one more thing. It was just orange juice.
Two more things, paper towel and orange juice.
No, I think that was on the list, correct?
Well, no, I added two more things. I did. I added two more things.
Okay, but he can still remember, I think, the orange juice and paper towel.
If it's not written down, it doesn't count.
Well, I said to him, can you add orange juice and paper towels? And he said, yeah, no problem. So I assumed he knew that to add it.
How many things in your... Go ahead, Joey.
No, add it to your notes.
Exactly.
Right?
But Pooja's part of the deal is she sends the notes and Paul goes and gets them. That's the arrangement.
Yeah, but you know what? I got to agree with Pooja. Sorry.
All right.
Joey, you are a smart man.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
You too, Joey.
You too.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
I agree with Pooja because I have a crush on her and I have no reason why I agree with her. But
Joey's just smart.
Okay.
On the text line, Gurdeep is right.
Wait, hold on. To be clear, I have no horse in the race. It's Paul.
Paul is
Between
right.
Paul and
Okay.
Pooja.
Just the same way you forgot about the verbal list, Paul forgot about the verbal list. You need to send via text.
True say right there. Mike also texting in at 981-981 saying, married for 13 years, wife is always right. No matter what. No matter the issue, life is just easier this way.
Okay. Diana from Mississauga.
I'm sorry. I'm on Paul's side.
Oh,
he
dear.
needs it written down of what the things that you forgot to add to the list.
Right.
So I have to spell it out even though I verbally said it.
Yes.
Yeah, because what if he didn't actually hear you say those things and he needs confirmation of the additional things?
I mean, he said he got it, but then he didn't get it.
But we're all doing 8 million things in today's world, right? So it's we all forget things that are verbally told to us. If it's not written down, I'm definitely going to forget it.
And in fairness,
Absolutely.
I also forgot. I actually forgot what I added to the list because it was out of my mind after that.
I think you just sort of proved your own case.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Pooch. This one is Paul's. He needs it written down, what he needs to get.
He's listening, and now I know I'm going to hear all about it when I get home.
Love
That's
it.
Great.
Thanks, Diana.
Okay, thanks.
I like this text at 981-981. Us moms don't have time to send things multiple times. We say something, and like Pooja, we move on to the next thing and should have confidence in our partner that they can handle the task. Thank you.
Said with confidence.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to go and then make the lunch. I had to go do other things.
That's fair. You're actually the one using the groceries to then make the... Yeah, okay. Good point. Another text here from Kim who says, hey, sorry, Pooja. I'm with Paul with this one's sister. Oh, you got a sister in there.
The sister makes it better.
If you cannot remember, he as a man certainly will not remember unless it is tools, LOL. Wait a minute. Hold on. This one sounded out like she was siding with Paul, and then she wound up kind of roasting Paul.
I like Kim.
By the way, guess who I actually just got a text from on my phone?
Oh, come on. Did Paul text you?
The one and only Paulie texted. He is listening. And
What did
Paul,
he say?
He texted me 4 words. I love this game. Okay, Paul, this is not a game.
He's like, I win.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
Are you making the most of these dwindling summer weekends?
We should be.
You got to be.
We should be.
Did you? I saw you were at Wonderland.
Yeah, we went to Wonderland with the kids, and you know it's fun, but it's exhausting.
Did they ride the bat?
They did not.
Mindbuster?
No. We're waiting on that. We're gonna wait till they're 4. Wait until they're 4 years old to do that.
I mean, you're very tall and Paul's very tall. It's by height still, right? Not
It's
8.
true.
So I think they'll 4 is maybe not unrealistic
They
for them.
might be okay. They didn't cry going on any of the rides, which was great. It was always a good time with the
Nice.
family. In fact, my sister, it was her anniversary. And so she actually threw a big anniversary party at Wonderland. She paid for everybody's tickets.
Anniversary party at Wonderland?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
It was so fun. So
How many funnel cakes did you crush?
I didn't have any.
What?
I know.
Did you even Wonderland?
I was in business mode trying to get the kids, get them on as many rides as possible, make sure they're exhausted for the ride home.
I thought you were about to say, I was in business class on the roller coaster. I'm like, what? The roller coasters have a business class?
What about you? It sounds like you had a very, very interesting weekend.
I had a really fun weekend. I'm gonna work this weekend backwards. I'll start from Sunday. So I played roller hockey against my nephews with my brother. We did old guys versus youngins.
Tell me the old guys won.
The old guys took it. Still got it. Although I will say, it was closer than it's ever been. Like, we maybe this might have been the last year. I think next year they take us. Oh, gosh.
And now you need a week to recover, but we won't talk about that part.
I am a little creaky today, yeah. On Saturday, I was on our good friend Devo Brown's 17th birthday boat cruise.
Yes.
Yeah. He's 17 years old, and he does this. He's been doing this boat cruise for 17 years for his birthday. So got to hang out with a lot of the fun people from Breakfast Television and some of the people who watch the show and listen to this show. So that was super fun. It was supposed to rain. It didn't. So that was great. And
Did you get motion sickness?
No.
No, okay.
Why? Do you get motion sickness on a boat?
I'm starting to now. I'm starting to get to that age now where I'm like, whoa.
Do you know what
Feel
the key
dizzy.
is? It did get a little bumpy for a little while, but the key is you're meant to look at the horizon. Don't look at anything like close to you. You look at the horizon and just take a few deep breaths.
That would have been really great as I'm meeting people like, sorry, I can't look at you. I'm going to look at the horizon.
Were you on a boat on the weekend?
No, but every time I go on a boat, that's what happens now. Anyway, what happened on Friday?
What kind of bumpy boats are you on? And then Friday, this is super exciting. You may or may not know this about me. I dabble in the film and television world.
You're an actor.
Well, I always feel like a fraud saying that because yes, technically I'm an actor, but I only do roles where I'm playing like a newscaster or a reporter. So like, it's not really acting because I just channel like our former life.
Yeah, but you're good at it.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm pretty convincing.
And you're in a lot of productions. Like somebody should actually right now go Google if you can your IMDb. You're in a lot.
I think this was my 16th one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got called in last minute to be a newscaster on, you've heard of Jack Reacher?
Yes.
So the movies like with Tom Cruise, there's a TV show as well. It's their fourth season they were filming. And there's only so much I can say. Now, I don't think I'm saying too much. Yeah, they're filming the fourth season. It was in Mississauga. I was a newscaster in it. I think it'll come out next year. So that was like, I did this show with you guys on Friday and then pretty much went straight to Mississauga. I was there like all afternoon, early evening. The best part about those things is how much food they give you.
Really?
Like, oh my God, the spread was fantastic.
I thought the best part was Jack Reacher's in Mississauga, where I grew up.
And he was in the makeup chair, like a couple chairs over. He was all cool, like all jacked. He had like blood on his arm.
So fun.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
How good are you at giving pep talks? Some people are just really good at it, you know, like they can just like boost your mood. They just know the right thing to say. And I was just reading an article on some tips of how to make sure you give a good pep talk. And there's some interesting things in here. For instance, they say it's good to be specific, okay, when you're giving
with a pep talk.
Your pep talk. Because like, let's say somebody's walking down the aisle and they're nervous and your pep talk is, you got this.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's not really, that's generic, right?
That is the type of generic encouragement I give people.
Yeah.
You got this and a pat on the back? No,
don't do that.
All
Instead,
right.
figure out what's really going on to like ease their nerves. They also say, don't save your pep talks for the big stuff, you know, because sometimes people just need encouragement in the everyday little things, right? So it doesn't have to be a big event or something big that's coming up.
Like, you go get this coffee.
Yeah.
You can do this. You can get it with
Put
2
your
shots of
back
espresso.
into it. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then I thought this was the best advice, which is your pep talk doesn't need to include advice because sometimes you just want to fix it.
Right.
You want them to see the light at the end of the dark tunnel. So if somebody's going through a breakup, let's say, you might want to be like, you know, you'll move on. You're going to find another love.
There's more fish in the sea, which is always a weird
Don't do
analogy.
that.
Yeah.
They're saying instead, just say like, your heart's broken right now and it sucks. I know how you feel. I've been there and it's going to hurt for a little bit.
Does that qualify as a pep talk?
Well, it's coming from a place of empathy and understanding. And I think people just feel heard.
Okay.
You know, it's all part of a good pep talk.
It's a little pep talk, little Captain Obvious, but I like it.
Okay. So what I thought I would do is take those tips and turn it into a pep talk for you.
For me, you've done a pep talk for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So I figure because you are a lifelong Leafs fan, you could use a pep talk.
Well, I will say we're just over a month from the season starting, and yeah, I'm not feeling the best. I'm excited for hockey to come back, but like, you know, we lost Marner. I'm like, we're probably going to take a step back in the season. I don't feel like it's our year.
Yeah, you need one.
I'm depressed now. Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, here it is. All right. Let's be real. Being a Leafs fan, it isn't a hobby. It's a lifelong prank the NHL plays on you. Every season you show up like, this is the year. And every season the Leafs respond with, laugh out loud, no. But your loyalty is admirable. You're basically in a toxic relationship with a team that ghosts you every spring, but you still text them, you up? When training camp starts,
I do.
That's Delulu on a whole other level. Other fans celebrate wins. You celebrate not being mathematically eliminated yet. Honestly, I think you cheering for the Leafs is less about hockey and more about you building Olympic level pain tolerance. If loyalty were a sport, you'd have more cups than the team. So, Gurdeep, keep wearing that jersey, but maybe change TML to FML. What? No, forever Maple Leafs.
Oh,
forever.
That's what FML stands for? Oh,
forever
got it. Right. My
Maple
bad.
Leafs.
I thought it stood for,
Yeah.
okay.
You feel better?
No, I don't. That felt less like a pep talk and more like a roast.
Oh.
You're just roasting me and at large Leaf Nation.
Oh, I thought I was being really specific. I wasn't giving you too much advice. I was kind of sitting in your pain.
I will say it was funny, but I don't feel any better.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to, in honor of this, I'm going to put together a pep talk for you.
I don't need a pep talk. I'm good.
It's coming.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Yours was more of a roast, I think, than a pep talk. Mine, I wish I could change mine now. Mine is more like an actual pep talk. So you ready for this, Pooj? You say, let's be real. I say, Pooj, let's be real.
Okay.
You are the Wi-Fi signal of this team. When you're strong, everything works. When you're down, we're all basically buffering. You bring the energy, the laughs, and the occasional judgy hands on your hips to keep us all in check. Guys. So whatever today throws at you, no hot water in the shower, spilled coffee, crying babies on the baby monitor, or my cool abbreviated speak, you've already proven that you can put up with it. Nay, you can handle it.
Yeah.
So let's get out there on the sports surface of your choosing, because I know when I drop the ball, you'll pick it up. You'll give 110%. You'll drop a few unnecessary clutch cliches, but that's okay. Because remember, our scoreboard isn't ratings. It's laughs, cries, and general good times. And right now, check scoreboard, you're winning at life.
Whoa, I love it. I mean, there was a lot of sports references that that you were trying to incorporate. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They didn't do much for me.
All
but
I know
still.
about pep talks is what I've seen in sports movies.
Yes. I feel good about me. And look, my hands are on my hips now.
Mine was way too nice compared to yours.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Can guys and girls be friends?
Oh, we're going here.
Oh, it's so spicy. This is because Seth Rogen, I don't know if you know, he has a show called Platonic.
Heard of it?
Yeah, so it stars Rose Byrne as well. And he recently weighed in on the age-old debate. Can guys and girls be friends? And he says he understands why it can upset partners having male-female friendships, and it can stir up insecurities. But he says they should be accepted, especially in this day and age. And I wonder, is there an update to the debate, from Harry Met Sally?
Right, that's where my head goes right away,
right?
Is Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
Is there an update? Is it one of those things where there's old school, new school? The old school way of thinking was maybe you couldn't be friends, and maybe in this day and age you can?
I still feel like it comes down to case specificity. It's certain people can manage it and handle it without things getting muddy and messy, and some people just can't.
And hasn't it been your experience that most of the time it does get messy and muddy?
Most of the time. Most of my close friends are guys. I have some close girlfriends, including you. You and I, this is the whole thing. This is the example I use of you and I have had a platonic relationship for the entire 15 years we've known each other. I recognize you are an attractive human, but I'm not attracted to you that way. And I'm glad because then it might have muddied the chemistry or the intentions, and it never was like that between us. And I'm so grateful for that. But have there been other situations where I've been attracted to a friend and then it makes the vibe weird? Yes.
Yes. And same, or where I thought we were just friends, and then I found out later, oh no, there were some feelings there, and I here innocently, I was like, I thought we were friends. So I've been in many of those scenarios. I know people have been in those scenarios. I think you're the example for me of the exception to the rule, because up until our friendship, I would have said no. I would have said, no, I don't think guys and girls can be friends, just based on my own individual experience. But you're like a brother to me. I think there might be exceptions to the rule. Maybe if you've already dated, okay, you've already dated, so you got that out of the way, now you can be friends.
But for that, I think a significant amount of time has to pass. I'm friends with a few exes, but my ex from high school, where so much time has passed now, it's whatever feelings have dissipated, but there's certain exes where I'm like, it's too soon. I don't think we can be friends.
True,
because
true.
You already know you're attracted to each other. You know there's feelings involved.
So what's to say you're not just going to go back and dip your foot in that?
You've already gone there. So
again.
so I don't know.
Or maybe childhood friends who grow up together, and then there really is sort of that brother-sister relationship, and you never look at them that way.
Maybe, but even that one, it starts innocent, but then once hormones start flying, maybe one person's feeling something, the other person isn't.
And then maybe that's always the disconnect. One person's feeling one way, the other person might be feeling a different way. The chances of you both feeling the same way on the same page.
It's the stars aligning. It doesn't happen very often. Can guys and girls just be friends?
I feel like there's probably an update to this conversation, but maybe I'm just old school. In my experience, the answer has been mostly no. I think you and I are the exception to the rule. You and I change my mind on the topic.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm going to go with no.
Let me take it in a slightly different direction. How do you feel about, is it a red flag to you? I know, just pretend because you're married, but let's say when you met Paul, and Paul's a dude, so this doesn't apply. But if you were dating,
a lot of qualifiers.
Yeah, just a lot of make believe. Let's say you met Paul, you're dating. What if Paul didn't have a lot of guy friends, and all his friends, most of his friends are girls? Is that weird to you, or is that a red flag, or does that concern you?
That would be tough for me. I think I can see him having a lot of friends because he's great. Everybody would want to be around him. I totally get it. but I wouldn't be okay with it.
Right.
And it's not because of an insecurity of mine necessarily. It's just like, well, why are you talking to them when you can be talking to me?
Right. And why are they all so hot? I will say, like, I'm okay if I'm dating someone, I'm with someone, and they have guy friends. I think that's good, that's healthy. But it would concern me, and maybe this speaks to insecurity in me, if... And I have friends who are girls who's like all their friends are guys. And there I'm like... that one might keep me up at night a little bit.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
it's not so much how you feel about your partner. It's necessarily you can't trust the intentions of the others.
And then I'm also like, why don't you have some girlfriends?
Yeah.
What's wrong with girls?
How about some balance in your life?
All your friends guys. What's going on?
Yes. I think there are other exceptions, like people who maybe grow up together. Maybe you can be friends because there's that brother-sister relationship. Maybe if you've already dated and then afterwards you're on good terms, you can be friends.
Right. But there needs to be a moratorium there of time passing if you've already dated, because we know there's feelings
It's
there.
a slippery slope.
They could be stirred up. There's still an ember. Ember could turn into a spark, turn into a flame.
Yes.
And then, how do you feel? Text coming in, though. Can guys and girls still be friends here? This text coming in from Teresa Soda. She says, I met my best friend Steve in high school when we were 15. We were always just friends until we weren't. We will be married for 19 years in September, and growing up together has made us that much stronger. Love him to pieces.
So she's maybe proof that you can't be. Right? Even when you think you are and you grew up together, you can't be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good point.
Also getting another text here as well saying, yes, girls and guys can be friends. I am female and continue to have a male friend from childhood. We are both in our 60s now, and we met when we were 4 years old. He's the brother I never had. I'm an only child.
They met when they're 4. They're in their 60s now. He's waited a long time to tell her he likes her. He's like, as soon as I turn 70, I'm going to tell her how I really feel.
It might still be coming. You never know. Let's go to Margaret in Richmond Hill.
I think it has to depend on the maturity of the two people. And you're kind of right when you said guys kind of ruin it. No offense, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I'm single and I have tons of guy friends, but I'm always very careful because I respect the wife, even if I've never met her. You know what I mean? I have to be really careful because guys have intentions, right? And I know I don't want to look like that girl. So I have to be very careful, right? Because I cut the sister code, even if I don't know your other half. So for me, it's a little bit of both, but I agree with you guys as well. It's a different world now. There's so many different relationships, so many different people now, the way they recognize themselves. So yeah, I do believe that. One of my best friends, totally platonic. We have this Perry Mason old school friendship. His wife and I are good friends. And we're idiots when we hang out. She laughs at us like, you guys are idiots. And there's nothing there. But then I have other friends that I've said, hey, you know what? You should have this conversation with your wife, or you should have this conversation with your girlfriend. You're making me uncomfortable. I'm pretty blunt, so I'll say it right up front if I feel uncomfortable. I think that's the thing. It's be honest.
Margaret, is it kind of a knock on you? Do you take it as a knock to your ego if a male friend's wife doesn't perceive you as a threat? You're like, wait a minute, why am I not threatening?
Hey, I'm, first of all, very good-looking redhead. I have no issues.
I'm good looking. She's like, I don't need validation in that way. I got my own validation.
I don't need validation from anybody.
Okay, then this is probably why you haven't met some of the friends' wives, because they're going to meet you and be like, wait a minute, she's hot.
I'm the Seinfeld when it comes to being single, because I'll find anything wrong. No, I can't do that.
Okay, Margaret, well, thank you for weighing in.
All right. No worries. Have a great day, guys.
You
guys
too.
are the best.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for listening. Bye.
And you have a lot to say it on our text line at 981-981. This one, definitely, yes, you can be friends. I've been with my platonic male friends for over 20 years. We have traveled, hiked, etc. My issue with male-female friends are there have to be boundaries. I agree with that. Maybe if you have the boundaries in place, it's possible.
But is it weird to have a conversation about boundaries? And the guy's like, whoa, we're just friends. Why do we guys have boundaries? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, maybe, easier said than done because you have to have the conversation.
This other text coming in says, no, you're married, your best friend, that's all you need. Acquaintances are okay, nothing after work friends, not fair to your spouse. You're all you need.
From CHFI Studios,
it's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
So we have 2 stories you need to know. What do you have, Gurdeep?
So do you think she's going to be Taylor Kelsey?
Oh.
I think it's more likely he's Travis Swift. Let's be honest.
Travis Swift is a good name.
It sounds like Travis Scott. It sounds like a cool artist, Travis Swift.
Travis Swift reinventing himself after his NFL career could really work for him.
Listen, it would be very avant-garde. The guy takes the female's name. I like that. Okay, we got to talk about this engagement. Here's what really fascinates me about this, okay? It is the zoom out 30,000 feet. It is the masterful domination of the news cycle by Taylor Swift and realistically her team, right? She's not doing this all herself. I'm so intrigued by this. So, look, she owned everything for 2023 and 2024 with the Eras Tour. It was all over your algorithms. It was all over the news. You couldn't turn left without seeing Taylor Swift, right?
Plus the Taylor effect, right? Like she does something, it has a ripple effect. It affects so many things. It's amazing.
For 2 years, she was the unequivocal biggest star in the world, and I argue she still is. Then we saw, this was the only little blemish, and it wasn't really her fault. We saw her at the Super Bowl. They put her on the big screen. For some reason, she got some boos, and then she retreated a little bit after that. Remember that? We didn't see her for like a short while. That little bad taste in the mouth is long since washed out. 2 weeks ago, she appears on the Kelsey Brothers New Heights podcast, drops a bunch of Easter eggs, has everyone talking for a week trying to decode what she's talking about. Oh, and she drops a new album as well. So then Taylor, we talk about her for another week. Now, yesterday, on a random midday Tuesday, she decides to drop her engagement, excuse me.
Which was like 2 weeks ago, though, right? They got engaged earlier, but only talking about it as of yesterday.
And you know nothing happens by accident. So, like, why did they decide to drop it on a Tuesday midday? We talked about it all day yesterday. It's going to dominate the rest of the week. Then her album is coming out October 3rd. So just as soon as we stop talking about the engagement, she'll be back top of mind because of her engagement. And then after that, we'll probably learn she's going to play the Super Bowl halftime show. So we'll be talking about that.
Oh, my goodness.
And then it'll be time to talk about the tour that's probably going to come for Life of a Showgirl, her new album, which pretty much guarantees she is going to dominate 2026 and continue to be the biggest star in the world. This mastery is downright diabolical, and I am fascinated by it.
You're here for it, wearing a Taylor Swift t-shirt as we speak.
Had to bust it out today.
Okay.
What do you got?
So how much we love free food. I know, like, I don't have to say it to you many times. Free food.
Free everything.
Free. We're all about it, so you can thank me later. But this is free on another level. It's all in honor of Tiff and the documentary called Still Single.
Oh,
and
this is my life story.
I know, but it actually centers around Chef Masaki Saito. He is the heavily awarded, world-renowned chef behind Toronto's Michelin 2-star restaurant. It's called Sushi Masaki Saito, and he also owns MSSM. This is in Yorkville.
Okay.
And so to mark the premiere of Still Single during TIFF, Chef Saito and his team, they're taking over Festival Street. I love Festival Street. You know, King Street, they shut it down.
It's so good to walk.
It's only open to pedestrians. So at the corner of King and John, just outside of the TIFF Lightbox, on Friday, September 5th, there's going to be a whopping 60-foot-long sushi bar. Ooh. And it's manned by a dozen chefs that they're going to have on hand. He's even going to maybe make an appearance, and they're going to be giving out free samples. So anybody who's going to the festival or going in that area, if you probably have to stand in line, it's going to be a long lineup, you can get in on the sushi. But it's Michelin sushi. And just to put that in perspective, if you went to his restaurant, it's $800 per person to eat at the restaurant.
Excuse me? Free sushi next Friday? Free street sushi?
Yeah.
I'm in.
You're welcome.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
So we know that kids say the darndest things, but they also repeat a lot of things. So you got to be careful. My kids are at that age now. They're 3, where everything I say, they just start repeating. So you have to be careful of what they're repeating.
They're sponges, man. Every single thing.
Yeah. And my son, Bodhi, for some reason, he has to verify a lot of things. Like he often has to ask me questions just to make sure. So he'll be like, Mama. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm your son. I'm like, yes. And he's like, Mama, see as your daughter. And I'm like,
what? He knows the word daughter?
Yeah. And I go, yeah.
Pretty good. He's 2. Like, he's not even 3 yet, right?
I know, but it's like he's confirming the relationships. He just wants to get it straight in his mind.
Yeah. And he's like, Aman, he's your second cousin twice removed? Like, yeah, I think so. I need a whiteboard to write this down.
That? Yeah. I mean, they remember. You tell them something once, they'll remember it.
Does he know I'm your co-host?
Your Uncle Gurdeep.
Okay.
Your Uncle Gurdeep.
Close enough.
Yeah. Or he'll be like, if he sees our billboard, he's like, you're laughing with Uncle Gurdeep, because I'm laughing very hard in our billboard.
You are.
So he'll say that. But so he's got a lot of these observations about things. Like, for instance, my parents come over every weekend. He calls them Nani and Nana. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, Nani and Nana are here. And he's like, Mama, your parents are here? And I'm like,
whoa.
How do you know they're my parents?
Okay, honestly, I think that I'm no child psychologist. I think that is super impressive. I think this is a sign of intelligence. That the fact that he can look at relationships in different ways, like Nani and Nana, but then also realize that they're your parents. Mm-hmm. Like, he's probably 1 year away from looking at his hand and being like, I exist? Existential crisis.
That's better than I see dead people, because I feel like that's coming at some point with him. But it's so cute. But then he also says like really silly things too. So he'll be like, Mama, Sia calls you mom. Because he calls me mama and she calls me mom.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah. And then one day this is where I have to be careful. I was looking at his class list, because we get a list before school starts of all of the parents' contact information and all of their emails in case you want to invite them for birthday parties or just get in contact with other kids' parents. And I was looking down the list and I saw that everybody had a Gmail account and I was the only one with a Hotmail account. Which I think really ages me.
Sure.
And so as I was looking at this, I was saying to Paul, I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm the old lady of the group. And so then sure enough, a few minutes later, Bodhi's like, Mama, are you an old lady? And I was like, yes, I am.
Oh my gosh. Oh, little Bodhi guy.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not saying other things that they're repeating, because you know they're going to go to school and start saying them.
He's a sweet baby genius.
He really is.
That's what he is.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
All right, we got two stories you need to know. Pooja guy, what do you got?
So one of Canada's most iconic TV franchises, Degrassi, is coming to TIFF this year with a brand new documentary. And the official trailer for the highly anticipated documentary, it's now out. So it's called Degrassi, Whatever It Takes.
Okay.
It's going to make its world premiere. This is on Saturday, September 13th as part of TIFF. And here's a little taste.
I didn't have a great time in high school. I just didn't really fit in.
It took me a long time. Like, I had my very, very awkward, cocoon stage. I went to a high school for the performing arts, and there was a notice about auditions for this new kids show.
And then one day, my mom called me and told me, you got the role. And I just grabbed my bag and left.
Don't you feel
Drake?
like that's Drake. Yeah. I felt like he was going to break into song there and be like, oh, yeah. So creators, super fans, stars of the franchise, including Drake, are all part of this documentary. You just heard them in the trailer. The film dives into the behind the scenes truth of the Degrassi franchise. They say it's raw, it's real, and even sometimes troubling, some of the things that are revealed. So, obviously the show has such a powerful legacy. I remember watching it when I came home from school, and they tackled topics that nobody was talking about.
It was so far ahead of its time with the stuff they tackled. That show was great.
And people in the U.S. watched the show as well. So it's not just that it was this iconic thing for us. People in the U.S. loved it just as much. So again, if you want to get tickets, you can go to tiff.net/films
Big
for
fan
tickets.
of Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High, partial to Snake, Joey, and Wheels.
What do you got?
Okay, have you ever, be honest, lost your wedding ring?
Oh, I've come very close, but no, I have not.
Okay, because this is a thing, right? I mean,
All
people
the
lose
time.
rings, they take them off when they're doing the dishes or whatever.
Yes.
So a Canadian couple named Steve and Janine, their real names, they've been married for 26 years, and they went through a bit of a doozy recently. So they went to a movie. They came home with the popcorn bag because I guess they didn't finish the popcorn. As they were walking back into their home, they accidentally spilled the popcorn bag in the garden.
No.
So they just were cleaning up the popcorn bag. They were throwing the popcorn all back into the bag. And while Janine was doing this, her 2 rings apparently slid off and into the popcorn bag, which was then thrown into the compost bin.
No.
The couple realized the next morning, but by that point, the bin had already been collected and been taken off to the dump. So Steve's like...
This is like a lot of bad luck.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Steve's like, I'm going to the dump to try and find the ring. And his wife's like, you're nuts. You're not going to find it. Like, it's a garbage dump, right? He's like, I'm going to try regardless.
That's like a needle in a haystack. You're not going to find it.
He didn't even know if he'd be allowed to look, right? Like, what are the rules around that? The dump allowed him to search through it. A worker at the dump was like, I'm going to help because this is a crazy search. He started using the excavator machine to help. Here's the funny part. Steve recognized some sausages that he had thrown out in the compost bin.
Come on.
Which told him he was close. He found both rings.
Oh my, I just got goosebumps.
Isn't that insane?
How?
I don't know.
Wow, those are some special rings.
Those are some special.
So much
if
meaning.
you've recently lost your wedding rings, don't give up hope.
You can always find them beside the sausages.
And head straight to the dump. Yes.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I don't experience a lot of FOMO anymore in my 40s. It's mostly JOMO now, the joy of missing out instead of the fear of missing out. I will say it's not a fun morning for me to open up Instagram because it feels like everybody I follow was at Oasis last night.
And how does that happen? Because we all know how hard it was to get tickets, right? No matter what the show is, it's so hard to get tickets. And then everybody has them.
I think this Oasis tour has created this sense of like, not that money is no object, but it's like they haven't been in Toronto in 2008. They've been broken up for 16 years. They're back together. Who knows if will they stay amicable long enough to tour again at some point? Is this your last chance to see them? So I think people were like, whatever this costs, $500, $700, I'm going to go see them. I didn't go. And
you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan. I've seen them 3 times. I was at the show where a fan jumped on stage and pushed Noel from behind, and Noel fell forward into his amp and cracked his rib.
Oh.
I was at that show when it happened. So the thing is that, listen, I love Oasis. I would have gone. Here's why I couldn't go, and you tell me if I made the right decision, and here's why I'm not going tonight either. So, we wake up at 3 a.m. for this show, right? You and I went to Coldplay at Rogers Stadium. By the time you get home on the GO train and all that, I live downtown. It was 1 a.m. So I could go to Oasis. And here's the thing. Coldplay was so full of love, and everybody take care of each other on your way out of here, and nobody was pushing and shoving getting in the GO train. Oh, that's not the vibe with Oasis.
No.
So I don't know if the crowd's going to be as cordial on the way out. So will I get home at 1 or 1:30? Get up at 3 o'clock to do this show. So I'd be coming in on maybe an hour sleep or no sleep because you're so amped after a concert.
That would be fun.
Would it?
It would make for a fun show for me.
I don't know what would be coming out of my mouth. It might be my last show.
Yeah.
Based on depending on what I would say. So I don't know. I've had friends tell me like, dude, just go. It's one day. But it's like it's a Sunday and a Monday. So it would be the whole week I'd be chasing my tail.
Listen, this is middle age for you. You are making practical decisions. You're prioritizing sleep over, something that you love. I think this is a very responsible choice. And actually, I'm proud of you. You're growing up, kid.
Really? It feels
You're
like
growing up.
It's not the decision Liam and Noel would make. They'd be like, rock and roll, go to the show.
Yeah. You know what you can do instead? You actually recommended this, and I started it. Oasis Supersonic, the documentary.
You started watching? You actually listened to it?
I listened to you. I started watching it.
Isn't it amazing?
It's so far so good.
So entertaining. You love reality TV. These brothers are like the best reality TV ever.
Get the popcorn out. That's for sure.
Here's a little bit of the show last night. Liam... it had more tender moment. And by the way, we had to go through these clips very carefully because it's all expletives.
Of course.
This is one of the ones without expletives. We cut one out. This is Liam thanking the fans last night in Toronto.
Support and following that. I get it. But a nice one for making this happen and allowing us to put the band back on the map again. Respect. See you again.
That's Liam thanking the fans for. You're
I
like,
heard
what
nothing.
did they say?
I heard respect. That's what I heard.
Did you throw in a yabba dabba do?
Yes, there was yabba dabba respect. I'm glad I didn't stay up till 1 a.m. to hear that. I would have understood anything.
That's Liam thanking the fans for putting the bands back on the map, but I like your interpretation better.
Yabba
Support and following that. I get it.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
We got 2 stories you need to know this morning. Pooji, what do you got?
Okay, so if you are tired of getting spam calls to your cell phone, it's happened to all of us.
I'm getting so many lately.
So many. There's a new feature coming to iPhone. This is happening in September, and it's called call screening. This is how it works. So when you get a call from a number that's not saved in your contacts, the iPhone will then ask the caller for their name and the reason for their call.
What?
And then that's transcribed to you. And then you can either text back. There's a text interface with some more questions if you have follow-up questions, or you can just hang up, or you can pick up the call. So you have a couple of options when that happens.
Whoa, so it shows up as like text on your screen?
Yes, all transcribed for you.
Oh,
What's
wow.
great, though, is let's say the scammer who's calling you or whoever's spamming you with whatever just decides to hang up when it asks you that question. You'll never even be notified of this at all. So
Wow.
you're not even going to be bothered by it unless they actually give their name and whatever. And then you can decipher if you want to talk to them. It's part of the iOS 26, which is launching in September. It's available on the new iPhone 17, but anything that's 2019 or newer, so iPhone 11 or newer, you can use it. And by the way, if you're an Android user, this may sound familiar to you because they already have this. It's called Call Screen. It's already available on some Android phones, including the Google Pixel. All you got to do is go to the Google Phone app to be able to find this. It's been around for about a year. If you're on the Android, I'll tell you how to do it. You just go to Phone, Settings, Call Screen, and then you decide what level of protection
Nice.
you like. But I think this is needed.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been getting a lot of spam texts lately, too. Like, you looking for part-time work? I'm like, I think I'm good.
You're like, wait. How much does it pay?
I was like, yeah, seriously. Also, iOS is 26.
I know.
Remember when it was just a teenager?
We're already there. What do you got?
Vicky Mboko is playing today at the U.S. Open. We are so excited to see Vicky Mboko play tennis for the first time.
You call her Vicky? I call her Victoria.
Yeah, her and I go way back. No, we don't. Since first time since her big win at the National Bank Open in Montreal. This is the final tennis Grand Slam of the year, by the way. It's the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadows, New York. It's a massive tournament. Her life has obviously changed a ton in the last month in terms of her notoriety, household name, her social media following, her sponsors, her clout, everything.
How she does under pressure alone. This woman is incredible.
It's going to be really cool. She was in here actually recently after her win talking to our Sarah Bartok, and she's cool as a cucumber. She's just 18 years old. She is the highest ranked Canadian in the U.S. Open, male or female. She's a 22nd seed here. She is taking on the 62nd seeded player this morning at 11 a.m. I'm really curious to see how she does on her follow-up performance on such a massive stage. The summer's already been so good for Canadian sports. So many great stories. Mboko going on a long run here in the U.S. Open would be such a cool way to cap off the summer.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.